Joining us today is Dave Woods, the sensei over at Nor-Alta Jiu-Jitsu. Now, Dave, I know you guys are getting ready to open very, very soon here. So just take us through the couple of months that you guys were closed during the pandemic.
Absolutely. Well, we got the information from Health Canada in the middle of March. March 17th was the day that we had to shut our doors. And we really were just kept in limbo for the better part of 2 to 3 months. And then come June, mid to late June, we were given the okay to just do like one-on-one, very limited type instructions. So I opened it up to my existing students. If they wanted to, they can come out for a 1 hour lesson with me, one-on-one. And then I had half-hour spaces in between where I could do my cleaning and disinfecting in between. And then that carried on until we finally got the okay from Lloydminster so that we can open up in phase 4. And that starts in September. So September 1st is when we are going to open our doors again with, again, limited numbers per class. We were only allowed a maximum of 12 per class. And so that's what we're sort of focusing on right now, is to sign up on the registration days. We're going to put the names down in the slots that they're asking for. And then once they hit 12, that slot is now taken up.
Talk about the excitement there, Dave, because I know there's probably a lot of parents and students that are really excited for the studio to back open. So just talk about how excited you are.
Well, it's definitely, I'm getting a lot of interest. My students have been chomping at the bit for quite a while to get back into it. I've been chomping at the bit for quite a while to get back onto the mats to get teaching again. And so we're very excited to get going in September. And again, with the interest that I'm getting, plus all the new inquiries for students, new students, it's going to be good. Again, it's not going to be without its challenges for sure, but we're going to be as prepared as we can. And again, I'm just really looking forward to getting back into teaching the students and just watching them learn, watching the excitement on their faces, and still try to keep as safe as we can while doing that.
What are some of the protocols that are going to be taking place now at the studio? I know with martial arts, it's a bit of a different sport compared to most. You can actually kind of spread yourself out a little bit more. So what are some of the cleaning protocols that you're going to have now at the studio?
Yes, for sure. The fact that we're a close quarter combat school, again, raises the challenge of hygiene. So we're being very stringent and very strict, I should say, with our cleaning protocols. We're making sure that the students are washing their hands or disinfecting their hands before they come into class. We're obviously doing all of the protocols as temperature checks. We're doing the questionnaire every class. And if anybody has any signs or symptoms of anything, sniffles or whatever, they're going to be excused from the class until they're better. And then at the end of every class, all the students are going to participate in cleaning the mats for the next class. So the protocol now is going to be that half of the students with gloves and disinfectant rags on their hands and knees are going to be wiping from left to right all the way down the mat. And then once they're off the mat, then they can go home. The other half of the class is going to be following them from left to right with drying rags, and they're going to dry the mats. And then once they're off the mat, then they're free to go home. Then the next group comes on and we do it all again.
And lastly, Dave, what are some of the dates that people can go register if they want to sign up?
So registration is in person. It's going to be August 28th, 29th, and 30th from 2 p.m. until 7 p.m. I'll be there. We have new waiver forms that we have to fill out for the COVID issue. So we had to add that into it. So this is why returning students and new students all have to come in physically. And we're at a maximum of 12 students per class, and it's going to be first come, first serve. So the 28th, 29th, and 30th are going to be our registration days. And from what I'm hearing, a lot of the classes are going to fill up quick. So the sooner you can get there, the better. And I also forgot to mention that part of our protocol too, with hand hygiene, is they're going to wash their hands before class, because we have 2 hand washing stations in the dojo. So they're going to wash their hands before class. They're going to wash their hands in the middle of class. And then with the before the disinfecting, they're going to wash their hands, throw their gloves on, and clean the floors. And while they're doing that, I'm going to be cleaning the door handles, light fixtures, and everything that was touched. And that's kind of like the new protocol. So our hour class is going to be probably about 50 minutes with the last 10 minutes of cleaning. And yeah, so the dojo is located at 5008 50th Street in Lloydminster. It's right beside Artistic Dance. So if you are familiar with that area, come on down. Right across the street also is another workout place there called Determined Boot Camp. So we're right in that area, and really with our signs, you can't really miss us.
Well, Dave, I really appreciate your time. Thanks a lot for joining us, and best of luck to when you open up again.
My pleasure. Thank you very much, Connor, for having me on.